It was like walking into the championship game. Excitement, fear. You can only prepare so much. There were a few times where I thought, get an epidural. I just felt like it was never gonna end. The hardest mental game of my life, for sure.
Will you marry me?
Yes. There's nothing. Surprise! I'm pregnant.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
Char's not feeling so good. That's your baby.
Oh.
We get hints in the face, like this is where socket, eye socket, mouth, chin.
We got this right here.
No, that's a joke.
Are you pregnant? It's a girl!
Oh my gosh.
She's 2 pairs of Nikes now. Oh, these are so cute. She goes with them.
Girl, we're getting ready for you.
I remember looking at the clock, 2:23 a.m. I had like a tiny little cramp, but then I kind of felt some water gush out, and I was just like, oh my gosh, I think my water just broke. And I like immediately go to like fight or flight mode. Like I start shaking and my heart is just like 10-ish minutes later, it was like a big gush.
How much water came out?
A lot more than you'd expect. It's on the bed though.
It's on the floor and on my feet.
So I went to the bathroom and I came back. You were like, oh, well, what do we do?
It was very early in the morning and I was like, I'm not ready to operate on like 3 hours of sleep. Okay, what else do you need to do? But then once I got up and I was moving, like obviously the jitters started coming and I was like, holy cow, I can't believe this is happening.
So I called Nancy, my doula, and told her, and she's like, okay, like just go back to sleep, give it another 5 or 6 hours. And I was like, are you crazy? That's a long time.
I think my biggest challenge is going to be getting Char to rest.
How am I supposed to rest right now? Frosting the goods. So then Mitchell and I start doing all this meal prep and like last minute things for the hospital. Labor juice. You ended up cooking from like 4 to 6 a.m.
That's AM, people.
so that we could have our own food at the hospital. Because we're high maintenance like that.
Time to call Mama.
I called my mom and my 2 sisters, Hannah and Grace, to tell them the news. Hi. My water broke like an hour ago. Every time I would call like the week leading up, they'd be like, are you in labor? Like there's all these false alarms. And with me calling in the middle of the night, they knew it was real that time.
Your water broke? Oh my gosh. Holy freaking hallelujah.
I know. Most women, when their water breaks, are like rushing to the hospital. Should I be worried that my water's broken and I'm just chilling? It kind of sketched me out that we weren't doing that because that's what you see in the movies. But my contractions were so mild and I just didn't feel like there was any rush. Okay, everything's ready. And then I went and slept. I got maybe an hour of sleep because I was just too excited. Like I was trying to relax so hard, but I couldn't. And then by 7, I was starving, so I got up and I made myself some breakfast and hung out on my exercise ball. Contractions are still mild, so I'm not looking forward to the intense ones.
How are you feeling?
I mean, the contractions are a little stronger, but they're still like 10 minutes apart. And then you got up and pretty much that whole day was just like a wait it out. Just wait until it gets painful. Growing up, I always said I was going to use all the drugs because I didn't want to feel anything. I went and visited a friend who was talking about hypnobirthing, which is a technique for delivering unmedicated. And I say within like a couple weeks after that, I decided, all right, like I'm gonna do this. I really thought about why I wanted to do it this way. I wanted to minimize negative side effects from any drugs or medical intervention. And then I realized that my body was designed to give birth and to trust that God has built me to do this very thing naturally and intuitively. And then there's also benefits to having a faster and less painful recovery so that I could be the mom that I needed to be. It became like almost like something I was training for, which I quickly realized like I've been training for this my whole life. But the one thing that I was lacking was the mental preparation because I've never really taken the time to understand how to meditate or how to get into deep relaxation or work on breathing. Like I've never been someone that wants to sit and relax in silence.
It was boring.
And then another huge one was I hired a doula.
I was just texting you.
I figured calling was probably easier for both of us.
Call anytime.
Yeah, I'm just curious because I'm like eager to maybe call my doctor since it's been 12 hours, but I'm just like,
I mean,
I don't know.
You're always welcome to give them a call and let them know what's going on.
Yeah.
If you tell them your water's broken, they'll definitely want you to come in immediately.
Mm-hmm. I'm really just worried about like making sure she's okay still.
Yeah, if you feel like her movements go down drastically, obviously then maybe go get her checked out sooner. But do you feel like she's still being relatively active?
Yeah, I think so.
The biggest thing is keep yourself distracted.
I know.
Until you have to focus
Yeah.
on labor. Because
Okay.
otherwise you're like just sitting there. How long has it been?
I
Okay, I'm
know.
still in my labor.
I'll
Yeah.
keep being patient.
I know, it's hard. It's so hard.
It's just not what I expected. Well, thanks again.
Alrighty. Bye.
Bye. People are freaking out. Your family some update? Both of our families were freaking out. My water had been broken, for at least 12 hours at this point.
Have you called your doctor?
No.
You gotta let him know so you can come today.
Well, they're gonna try and C-section me if I tell them too soon.
Why?
A lot of hospitals have like 24-hour rules. And they were like, you should go to the hospital, that's dangerous.
Okay, well, we'll keep praying.
Thanks.
I say you go in at 2, that's my opinion.
Thanks for your opinion. But my doula's like, you're totally fine. Like, you don't really have to worry.
Okay, good luck.
Thanks. Love you.
Bye.
Bye. She said that we could go up to 24 hours. Not that I wanted to. That was kind of annoying. But all these different opinions is making me like a little weary. So I called my doctor.
Thank you for your patience. Your call is important to us.
If I was having a baby in the car right now. He actually wasn't in yet, so I talked to the other OB.
Hi, this is Dr. Thackeray. Is this Charlotte?
This is.
Hi, I'm on call for Dr. Frewer and got a message that you called.
And told him the situation, and he was like super chill.
I mean, you can approach it however you want. The risks with your water being broken for a long time without delivering, the longer you go, the higher the chance of an infection developing.
And he's like, if you want to come in, you can, but you're welcome to wait it out longer.
You know, if you want to give it till 24 hours and maybe come in if nothing's happening.
Yeah.
Or if you want to come in now just to kind of get additional information, that's
Okay.
always an option.
Okay. So he kind of just left it up to us. Perfect. Well, that was super helpful.
Thank you.
So much.
Okay.
Bye. Well, the one we felt like we wanted to come in.
Okay, so how do you feel?
Well, I don't feel like there's a wrong decision.
Yeah.
Like if we go, then we might just be doing what we're doing here for another 12 hours. I think we decided to wait until that evening.
The pros, we'd have peace of mind,
Yeah.
knowing that baby's okay and you're okay.
I'm like, let's like wait till it's been about 18 hours. Our families will chill. Mainly my mom, sisters.
And my mom and sisters.
They're freaking out.
Yep.
So that was our plan.
Walk number 2. Hopefully this walk will get things going. It's about to get stormy, baby.
I'm ready for the challenge. Give it to me.
I started getting all these text messages from your family and my family about like what the heck is going on.
And I guess Mitchell wasn't updating frequently enough.
Even though I felt like in my mind nothing was really happening, we're just sitting at home, I was like, okay, I should probably check in with them.
And we have to calm our families down. So we ended up calling my mom.
Are you going?
Not yet.
You're gonna give me a freaking anxiety attack.
I could tell they were like a little stressed out. We'll leave here like at 8. Just for a peace of mind for me.
For you? Do you know what we're going through?
I mean, I understood. They had all the reasons to feel that way.
There's a TV, you can walk around. It's a maternity ward, it's nice.
I know, but the longer I'm there, the more they push intervention, Mom. They probably made me feel a little bit more stressed, like, am I making a bad decision? The baby, she's literally moving a ton still. Like, I'm not worried about her.
That's good.
So, I don't want you guys to think I'm like a bad mom. But with you and Nancy and, we were praying about it, I felt okay still.
I don't want you to think that we were asking these questions because we thought that, like, your decision was dumb. Like that.
Well, I know that. I just want you to trust in what I'm doing.
Are we being crazy or is Mitchell's?
I'm sure his mom and Mallory are kind of concerned.
I've already talked to his mom.
Oh, is she freaking out?
Yes.
After a few hours of not telling them stuff, I decided that we should probably give them a FaceTime. Hi, Mallory.
Hi, Mitchie.
And I remember getting on the call and I could tell immediately that my whole family was stressed. Is Mom on here too? Oh, there you are.
Everyone's here but Leah.
They were visibly annoyed at me that I had been keeping them in the dark. We had been obviously weighing the question of like when to go in versus when to stick it out here. That being said, we decided we're gonna go in here in probably an hour and a half. So Char will go in and get the baby checked. It'll just give her some peace of mind. And I knew that as soon as I told my family that we were still at home, they were gonna be like, what are you doing?
You look very calm and collected, more than I feel, so congrats.
Sorry to keep you out of the loop.
out.
The thing is, like, nothing has really happened. I kind of just wanted to, like, escape and not have to deal with the family thing, but I realized the longer and longer I didn't tell them stuff, the more tense they were all getting.
We don't want to bug you guys, but we want you to know that we want to know.
But the priority should be Char, not Cindy.
Focus
Char first, and then they were not thrilled with the news, but they were at least happy to know something.
I feel better seeing both of your faces. We will be thinking of you.
Thank you. We love you guys. The timing is pretty crazy. Like, they started becoming more consistent and a little bit painful. They're getting stronger.
Yeah?
Leaving the door, that was like a crazy moment. And knowing the next time we're back here, we're gonna be parents.
It is 8:40 p.m. How are you feeling?
Excited. It was like walking into like the championship game.
It goes nothing.
Ready. You could only prepare so much, but I didn't really fully know what child labor was gonna be like.
You talked about going into the hospital feeling like you were walking into the championship game, ready to go. I went into the hospital walking in like, this is gonna be fun. We're gonna hang out in the hospital room. Yeah, we bougie. What's up? And then we'll have a baby and then that's it. I didn't realize like we were gonna be not only doing this labor thing, but we're gonna be pulling an all-nighter. I just hadn't really prepared for that. Welcome to the room. Home sweet home for the next little while.
I mean, hospital rooms aren't the most inviting. I don't want to bend over.
I got it.
It's kind of like cold, you know?
We finally are here in the hospital, baby.
We got all of our bags situated.
We already got made fun of for all the stuff we have, which is justifiable.
I brought my own hospital gown so it's more comfortable.
We're high maintenance, is it?
It's better to be over-prepared.
It was late at that point, after a long day.
You were over there setting up your bed, and I was kind of looking at you while you were setting it up like, it's kind of lame.
I made the bed, and then I got in the chair next to your bed. As soon as that first contraction came, I was like, I'm not sleeping tonight.
I didn't even say anything, but you started packing it all up, and I was like, that's better. I knew it was going to be hard, but not as hard as it was. Part of me was trying to hype myself up, like, maybe you're already at an 8, and you just got this. And then they checked my dilation. I was humbled quickly.
We just found out what Char's dilated to. Oh, really?
After 20 hours, half a centimeter. Slow and steady.
Half a centimeter.
So that was like, oh my gosh, we haven't even started yet.
All right, this will be cold. No worries. So, head right there. We're in a good position. We're good to go.
By about 11:30, that's when I had to like actually start thinking about how I'm breathing. And then by 2 or 3 that morning, that's when they really started becoming uncomfortable.
How's it feel like?
Really bad period. And that's when I had you call our doula to come and start assisting us through everything. It eased my mind having her there. They checked me around 3-ish, and I think I was a 4.5, which is a huge jump from when I got there, but it still felt like I'm not even halfway there. Mentally, it was tough.
As we continued on, and as we slowly drifted into the next day, I was shocked at how long the journey was starting to feel.
Time wasn't even a thing. It was so distorted during labor. Like, it felt like it was taking forever, but when I heard it was like 11 a.m., it felt like it had been like an hour.
The emotional impact of what I was doing was something I just had not prepared for. I was sort of like discovering what this journey was like in the moment of trying to be this source of strength and encouragement through every single contraction.
You're about 6.5. Holy crap.
They found out that the baby's positioning was transverse, at least her head was.
Your baby's head is lower.
Okay.
I bet that's like causing such a pushy feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's likely a reason why labor is progressing so slow. They were like, we need to try some different positions so that she gets in a better placement for the canal.
Do you want to try hands and knees right now, or are you about to have a contraction? Okay.
And then that's when I started sitting on the exercise ball during contractions, which ended up being my favorite position.
You're still about a 6.5 to a 7. I know.
That was really hard mentally because you work up in your mind that you've reached a certain point, or you're just hoping that you're closer to meeting your baby. It felt like it was just moving so slow.
I know that was very hard for you. It was also like a little bit discouraging for me too. It was like, holy cow, this has taken way longer than I ever thought it was gonna take.
At one point, I said, I don't know how much longer I can do this.
We learned about this phase of transition, which is the phase right before you go into active pushing, where you feel like you want to give up.
There were a few times where I thought in my mind, you could just end this right now, get an epidural. But I never said that out loud because I didn't even want to put that out there because I knew it would shift my focus. And I knew I'd regret it after laboring for that long. But it was really hard mentally, the hardest mental game of my life.
After about 12 hours of just constant laboring in the hospital, that's when the floodgates opened and I just like broke down because it just like all built up.
I like briefly opened my eyes and I saw Mitchell crying. Like, I wanted to say it's okay, but I didn't even have the energy to like speak.
Watching you suffer, like just the fact that there's nothing I could do about it, eventually just took its toll.
I never felt alone. You were there every second, whether it was rubbing my back or giving me a massage or telling me it's gonna be okay.
Good job, you're doing great.
Giving counter pressure, feeding me applesauce, keeping me hydrated, playing music, holding me, putting a blanket around me. It's one of the biggest takeaways from my experience was how much I felt like it binded our relationship. My love for you grew like exponentially.
Just feeling baby's position right now. Are you okay with the pressure?
And so they checked me finally and they're like, all right, you're a 10.
Okay.
Good job.
So you did it. What I want you to do on this next contraction is we're gonna push.
It was just relieving because it was finally a point where I can actually do something to work with my body. I relax my hips back.
Yeah.
Because leading up to that, you're doing everything you can to relax and essentially just let your body do the work. And then once you're 10, you can do something.
This part's coming.
Yeah. And the nurses were all pretty shocked with how efficient I was with pushing. Because my doula explained to me, you push and then it's like a small little breath and then push again. And I was like, I know exactly what that is because of weightlifting. And so right away I started doing that. And the nurses were like, you need to slow down. I don't like catching babies. And in my head, I'm like, I don't really care. So I kept pushing like as hard as I could. Looking back, I shouldn't have. Apparently I tore the first push, but at that point I was just so eager to get her out. So my OB got there a little later than they expected. He was worried with the pressures that was happening. So he's like, you need to switch position. And I was like, I'll do anything to not tear that bad. So I ended up sitting up, pretty upright. And then you and Nancy were on either side of me. And he was like, oh, there's her head. And Dr. Frower was like, just give it one more small push to get her shoulders out. She was crying, placed onto my chest, and it was just like a sense of relief, an overwhelming sense of love and joy for this little girl.
When she was finally here, it was just like this feeling of relief. I don't have to be the strong person anymore. Like, I can relax now. She did it. She made it through.
I could see the sense of relief from you, but then that love and joy in your eyes. Just to hear her little cry was unforgettable.
Are you in your happy place?
Mm-hmm. I asked to have, at least an hour of just her and I, skin to skin. That hour went by so fast. I remember getting up and getting some things to move to our recovery room. Physically, I felt tired, but mentally, I was like, this is great. She's here. We're gonna clean you up.
Here she is.
So exciting.
Okay, you wanna hold her?
Well, when you're done. I didn't think you were ever gonna come out. Oh.
She sneezed a ton.
She did?
The first hour of her life.
Look how good mom's looking. Bumpy and Cece are gonna meet their granddaughter.
I'm glad you're well. She's so cute.
That was the hardest thing I've ever done. She's got a big noggin.
Smile, Bumpy, and she's here. She's smiling. Look at her. Excuse me. Excuse me.
All right, you can hold her, but you have to be careful.
I know.
That teach her how to hold.
Oh, hi, beautiful.
Get used to that camera on your face.
It's it, Hannah. Oh.
Oh, she's so precious.
Yeah.
I homemade all these teas.
Nice.
Apparently it's really good for healing and milk production.
Smells in here.
Well, there's just broccoli.
Okay.
Oh yeah, we just had our
I
veggies.
figured it was either insides or your food.
Hi, darling. You're so cute.
This is Aunt Grace. Say hi.
I'm your favorite aunt.
Already conditioning.
All right, Chara, what's it time for?
Going home.
It was exciting to finally have her and bring her home. But it was a little weird because we didn't know what we were doing.
You're free, girl.
Welcome to the world. We did it.
Drive safe.
Even like driving in the car, both of us kept checking back. Is she okay?
Now the journey begins.
Parenthood.
Can't believe we left with a baby.
It's just crazy having this tiny little baby and they rely 100% on you.
We made it.
It felt like a lot of pressure, but at the same time I felt a sense of peace. I have all the support I need from both of our moms and my sisters.
Mimi made a homemade chicken noodle soup for us. She's nice. Hey. Hi. Hey, brother. Hi, girl.
Hi.
Charlie, meet your new cousins.
Cousins? Aunt and uncle.
Sorry. Meet your new aunt and uncle. My brain's a little mush. It's okay. Hi, Bumpy and Cece, meet Mimi.
Childbirth is the hardest thing I've ever done, but the most fulfilling, life-changing, and empowering thing I've ever done.